Good evening or morning or whenever it is, wherever you are and whatever time
Hi.
of day. Wherever you are, good that. I'm Anna Prosser and this is Stone's Throw Cities Beneath. We have missed you truly, madly, and deeply.
Oh shit.
I want to
And
stay with you in an ocean.
I want
I
to
want to bathe with you in
bathe
the
with
sea.
every single one of you in the sea.
Um, but I don't want to talk like this forever. I
I
want to play
too,
D&D.
I too am in on the reference.
But last week, let's address the military elephant in the room.
general
The bastard That's crazy.
Last week we had pre-recorded our episode because we had some traveling cast members, and we found out after recording that episode that there was a technical glitch with it that made the audio, perhaps you would say, unlistenable. Perhaps you would not. We now have posted that episode as a video. We're calling it episode 14.5 because we're not comfortable with it being part of the main show, but we didn't want to make it lost forever because we know a few of you are so devoted, so keen on experiencing every moment of this story that you would want to listen to it. So the link to that episode is in our Discord. It's also in the playlist for our main show. It's again labeled as episode 14.5. Those who have watched it in our Discord have said, hey, the audio's not that bad. I got used to it after a while. And to you, I say, wow, your brain must be amazing.
That's crazy.
And I appreciate you all. Also, we are working on captioning that video. So at some point you will be able to just turn it on and read it as it goes if you would prefer to not listen to it. But we appreciate all of your patience. The biggest tragedy
Wow.
Tragedy it is.
The tragedy of all of that is that we had our first special guest during that episode. And so we wanted to re-reveal who our special guest is. Nate gave us a riddle. Nate, what was the riddle to tell us who the special guest was?
I don't know. Riddle was solved, so it's been deleted.
Well, the riddle was
It was
his storage is a waste.
Yeah.
Or their storage is a waste.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
because our special guest is Dookie Shed.
Already?
Ha
Hey, guys.
You're already Dookie Shed.
Wait, how'd you
Oh,
get
wow.
in here?
It's a weird looking guy. Let me in.
Could be any of us.
For people who may never have seen you before, I don't know where they've been, but can you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Hunter Hughes, and I go by Dookie Shed on the internet, YouTube mostly. So youtube.com/Dookie Shed. I make video game, Pokemon, Nintendo, RPG videos.
Baldur's
That kind
Gate
of stuff.
3 builds.
Baldur's Gate 3 builds if you're into D&D.
If someone
go
was like,
hard.
what's the first video of yours I should watch, what would you tell them?
Top 10 Mega Man cartoon episodes.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's
you were ready
dope.
with that answer.
My
I
finest
appreciate
work.
that.
Mhm,
No,
that's a good one.
I have acknowledged that I peaked with that video.
That's crazy. What was your like top 3 real quick?
Top 3 what? Oh, the episodes?
Yeah. Just real
Oh
quick.
my god. The number 1 was this Ice Age episode that was literally just because me and my brother watched it together. Number 2 was I think the one where Mega Man X shows up because that's awesome.
Yep.
I don't remember number 3. I think it was the one where Mega Man and Proto Man were just like punching each other the whole episode. So that
Love
one was really
that.
cool.
Love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Those are great choices.
Oh, thank you. I'm
You can
glad
watch the
I'm glad
video
you're
for the
familiar.
rest.
Like no one watched that show. So
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
yeah.
And you can watch the video to find out the rest. However, what we wanted to do in order to make sure that if you don't want to go back and watch episode 14.5, we wanted to bring you up to speed, make you feel like you didn't miss anything. And so Christina and Nate have worked together to create an extensive, extended recap, and Nate edited together a video for us starring some of your favorite Stones Throw NPCs. So let's all check out that recap right now.
Good evening. It is I, Reginald Basterfield, 69th of my name, former general of the Order Under, dishonorably discharged for treason. Can you believe it? Ha ha! And I am here to, I'm here to... Wait, why am I here? Hmm? Ah, I see. Well, I've been informed that due to Streamlabs OBS rolling a natural one-on audio setup, the recording of the last episode is, how the youths say, cooked 07s all around. For those of you watching who enjoy unending suffering, the botched recording is posted as an unlisted video for your viewing displeasure.
He's back.
Here on YouTube.com. As to what happened, we will be giving an in-depth recap. Now, who to get to narrate it? Oh, how about legendary dungeon master and writer and good friend, Christopher Perkins? He's busy? Ah, I see. Well, what about that Mercer fellow from the video-based games? He's pretty free nowadays, is he not? What? What the hell is a critical role? Well, oh, I know. How about that soulless fellow? You know, the one the party met in that domain of
Previously on StonesThrow, Cities Beneath, Troop B-84 found themselves in Manteldareth, the vertical city in the Underdark that spiraled upward in a colossal hollowed-out cave pillar. The city was void of any signs of life, as layers of dust and grime covered almost every surface of this city. Footprints were found showing trails of looters, while almost anything of true value was nowhere to be found. With the buildings still being relatively intact, Manteldareth did not appear to have fallen in battle, but was abandoned over time. Curious to find answers as to what happened and why a single light was left on at the top of the city, the party ventured up the treacherous path to ascend. Smaller subdivisions of homes rested on giant anchored wooden platforms. These floating neighborhoods were connected by a series of wobbly, withered bridges, some of which had fallen apart over time, but the travelers were resourceful and found means to pass with their own skills and feats. A strange, disembodied voice gave the party riddles in which answers were to be thought and not spoken out loud. Safe passage was granted to those clever enough to solve these riddles. Piercing headaches were awarded to those who were not. Strange that this seemingly abandoned city still had magic protecting some of its pathways. A second puzzle with a locked door guarded by 4 skulls carved with markings atop pedestals blocked the path. But a simple knock spell bypassed it entirely, making all the time and effort put into creating what may have been a clever and elaborate puzzle completely irrelevant. The group found themselves in front of what looked to be a large, fancy estate. Banging on the door was met with silence, so they crept inside. Seeing nothing but moldy carpet, broken plates, and fish far past its expiration date, Troop B-84 figured this house was like all the others in Manteldareth, abandoned. Upon investigation, they noticed one stark difference between this abode and the rest of the city. All of its doors seemed to be made out of solid metal. Were these doors meant to keep strangers out, or keep something worse in? Kadal, curious as ever, jiggled one of the metal door's handles and was stopped in his tracks when he heard a faint, scraping sound, like someone dragging heavy furniture. The following is a completely and totally accurate reenactment of the conversation that followed. Is someone here? Kadal asked. We don't mean any harm, Lacan added. From behind the door, a terrifying voice pierces their ears. Don't play fool with me, landlubbers. Luna, what's a landlubber? Despite Troop B-84's insistence that they were there for no harm and was simply investigating, the voice behind the door was not convinced. Luna told the voice that they only wished to speak, and the voice called. Slowly, the heavy door pulled open and revealed, in the garments of an old pirate, an unhallowed. Around him, a room lay in shambles. Years of debris littered the floor, and old papers crowded a decrepit desk. Troop B-84 readied themselves for making a new friend or foe, and to no one's surprise, it would seem the latter was about to take place. Catal launches into an unarmed strike, kicking as hard as he could, somehow forgetting that kicking a solid magic metal man will do nothing. After many a failed attempts, Luna busts out the Luna Special, the hideous laughter, with the query, why did the pirate join the debate team? Answer, because he liked to argue. However, due to the ungodly low wisdom score of the Unhallowed, the joke fell on deaf ears and went right over his robot head. But then, a stroke of genius. Luna runs over to the desk, shuffles through papers when a name catches her eye. Armstrong. Recognition flickers in the eyes of the unhallowed as the light fades and he calms his ass down. The light softens, his shoulders relax as he replies, Captain Armstrong, at your service. It seemed that this Captain Armstrong was as surprised as anyone at his own violent nature. Realizing he couldn't remember how he even got to Mantle Dareth, Armstrong pieced together bits of his past bit by bit by bit. Before the sky fell, he was the fearless captain of a ship called the Misdemeanor, until disaster struck when a mysterious deadly mist started ravaging the people above. He reveals it affected the landfolk first. We were out at sea. We started hearing tales, people going underground to avoid some sort of deadly plague. And it wasn't long before me own crew started to go crazy. Admittedly, I myself may have gotten a little off me rocker. They started to turn on me. I locked myself in me cabin before they finally broke in. Had to kill nearly the whole lot of them, then fled underground. But for reasons he could not quite recall, Armstrong's soul stuck around, determined to take care of some unfinished business. Cassia transformed herself into a very short version of Major Avery Armstrong from the Order Under, who had trained V-84 months prior. Though he admitted there was something familiar about her eyes, unhallowed Captain Armstrong could not quite place his metal finger on who she really was. In their conversations, the names Bane and Jarlaxle had come up, both of which Armstrong had some familiarity. He knew of the name Jarlaxle, a fellow pirate before the Skyfall. He warned Troop B-84 that Jarlaxle's desire to become a Vessel for Bane is serious busyness. As the god of tyranny, Bane already destroyed countless lives and likely would not have mercy for the citizens of the Underdark. Captain Armstrong agrees to join Troop B-84 as they are headed back to the Order Under. What answers lie in the continuous mystery of the cooperative? Where is Reyna? Is there any relation between the two Armstrongs? Are the vague answers of the Underdark's history simply lazy writing, or a narrative tool to unveil the mysteries of this vast realm? Some may be revealed on StonesThrow, Cities Beneath! Okay, great, I'll just invoice you then.
There
A
it
big
is.
round of applause.
Hope everyone's filled in.
That was like extrememely helpful.
Yeah.
It was.
Your
was for me, too.
pronunciation makes me laugh.
It's so good.
I triggered my Moira for that.
Oh god, so good.
It just kept getting more and more so too.
Mm-hmm.
It was great because I got to see Nate go into that like zone where he was in his studio for like 4 hours straight without realizing time was passing and just went into that like I am this video state.
Mm-hmm.
It's great
I
having
can
a
tell.
voice actor for a DM who's competent at content creation.
Nah,
Seriously.
nah.
And thanks for writing that, Christina, our historian. We appreciate all your help.
Ooh. Joint
Anyway,
effort.
now that everyone's filled in, let's play D&D. I've missed it so.
Yeah. So, Luna, can you roll a d20?
I sure can. I get 4.
Okay. So,
What a way to
You-
start the day.
you all find yourselves. I believe that you took a night to rest after arriving back on the beaches outside of Mantle Dareth.
Mm-hmm.
What shall you do?
Oh yeah, we took a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna just double check.
I'm gonna need that.
I def hit the rest long.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we're headed back to the Order No, not the Order Under.
Yeah, I thought that was...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna take it back over, right? That's the plan.
Is that
Oh.
what you want to do?
I was under the impression we would at least discuss along the way.
Okay, let's go. Do you guys want to discuss what we're gonna do when we get there?
Just overthrow their government now.
That's what I was thinking.
We go.
Should we depend on everyone being on our side? Or should we assume
No.
that we're gonna have to fight a whole army?
Oh, well, we need to start, we need to start circulating the word. Like, when you want all of the forest creatures to know something, you tell the mushrooms. We have to tell all the mushrooms and get them to tell everybody else.
Oh.
So we're going to
Yeah, I
the
used to
funky
play a game like
fungus, lighting up and communicating with the world.
Well, it's more of a like, I was thinking maybe we go and talk to our cadet friends and tell
Right,
them
yeah,
everything that's
right,
going on. Start there. But we can go to the funky fungus and get lit after.
Yeah, yeah. Post celebration, post overthrow celebration.
Yeah.
Ha.
Little
And-
overthrow lit as a treat.
So I'm hearing return to Raynor, overthrow government, ... funky fungus.
Well, is it really overthrowing the government if you're trying to save it from evil people who overthrew it first?
Well, the three things I know are we're stopping Zarnus, we're stopping Jarlaxle, and we're finding Raynor. Or someone named Raynor?
Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
good?
yeah, and like the Black Hand is a problem, so we need to like root out supporters of the Black Hand like Zarnus.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get in touch with Pluck.
Yeah.
He's still in there, right?
Yeah. We
He
find
could give
Pluck.
us like the temperature. He could give us the rundown of how it's been with Zarnus in charge.
I think it sounds like the best form of action is trying to find some way into the Order Under, finding our companions that aren't potentially working for Zarnus or in line with Zarnus, and maybe going from there. I don't know.
mean,
What do you guys think?
I
I
mean,
could make one of you invisible.
Who be this order under?
Oh, jeez, I forgot we had. Sorry, Captain.
it's like our crew, except it was mutinied. And it's really a big crew. Really, it's the military.
It's the whole military.
Aye, the military.
Have you ever overthrown a military before?
Aye, militaries be me specialty.
Really? Oh, so what do we do?
Interesting.
Well, you'll need a fleet, 6 score or so cannons,
Oh, score.
About-
We have points. Is that what you're talking about?
500
we got
men.
Plenty of bastard points.
What about if we use our words?
Aye, the diplomatic route.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
don't even know 500 men.
the problem is that we kind of like quit. And so they're probably a little mad at us. And by they I mean Kadal's ex kind of dad, who turned out to be a member of the Black Hand, who was working for Jarlaxle, who wants to become a vessel of Bane, which we don't want to happen. And now he's the boss of the Order Under, which we think shouldn't be the case. So we want to let everyone know that he's actually working for the Black Hand and get everyone who's not working for the Black Hand to make him stop.
And then at the same time, we also want to find Raynor. So maybe we could, I don't know,
I have a question.
send an email. I don't need that. There's no email.
There's also a small possibility at this point everyone's a doppelganger. We did have our lieutenant replaced before we left.
Oh my god.
Why
So
do
much.
we need to find Raynor? Don't we just need to make sure Jarlaxle doesn't find Raynor?
Yeah. But how do we
You just
know
wanna
if he
meet him?
doesn't find him if we don't know where he is?
That's a good point.
We could kill him.
Word.
Why?
Who? Jarlaxle or Raynor?
Oh, Jarlaxle. And then he certainly wouldn't be able to find Raynor.
The thing is that he has that whole pirate army.
Well, he also has a penchant for visiting camps full of warriors alone in the middle of the night to boop unsuspecting drow on the nose. So perhaps we could take advantage of that quirk in his personality.
Ooh,
Good point.
a Luna lure.
Well, I not specifically Luna as bait. That would be I wouldn't
Well,
look at Luna.
I could probably make any of us look like Luna.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'll be Luna.
We're like that scene
Paul
in
Luna.
Harry Potter where everyone turns into Harry and we're changing into Luna's clothes. And I'm like, don't look at me, I'm hideous.
I'm the real Dirty Dan.
We're all Spartacus.
Okay, so first step is go to the Order Under. Yeah,
And find Pluck.
we find Pluck.
Who be this Pluck?
No,
Pluck's
Pluck
the
is
best, Captain.
the best guy.
He's
Captain.
awesome.
Seriously,
He's
the best.
really
You're gonna
cool.
love
the
him.
best.
You're
So
gonna love
smart.
He was our roommate and then he got reassigned and we haven't seen him in a long time. But they said he was doing paperwork, so he probably knows a lot of stuff about, official
Paper.
stuff.
And he's with this Order Under.
Mm-hmm. He's a king.
Is he working against him?
We don't know.
I
But-
assume so.
He's kind of undercover in the Order Under.
So you've got a man on the inside.
Order undercover.
Inside undercover in the Order Under.
Indeed.
Just had a stroke.
Well, that's a good start.
You guys have a lot in common because you're strong and you know us and we're gonna win.
Mhm.
Nate, do we have any insight as to whether we think that we will be barred from re-entry? Because we were sent on this, we were basically sacrificed for this trade.
Mhm.
But then we did kind of say we'll never come back again, you suck, and threw our cowls down and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to show up and then Zarnus be like, yeah, they always come back.
Well, and I just want to know if we show our faces, if they'll be like, get him, or if they'll be like, wow, heroic return.
It's a little tricky to say, but on paper, you were allowed to quit the Order Under at any time.
Yeah.
And you were just sent off as a means to prevent more hostility and conflict because you were the bargaining tool.
Well, and also we're still citizens of
Yes.
Raynor, so we can still walk in and not be.
As far as you're concerned, you still have right to go back there.
Mhm.
We're not we're not like Basterfield where we're traitors
No,
or anything. We just
not
We
that
just
you've been
said-
told.
yeah.
And
We just went, no.
we probably think Jarlaxle has communicated that we're not dead because there's a chance that when we were sent to be killed.
Well, I don't even know because it sounded like from our conversation with Jarlaxle, Zarnus and him haven't talked in a while.
Oh, yeah,
Because-
you're right.
When we were talking, he's like, "Oh, so he finally took over the Order Under or whatever." So maybe they aren't actually communicating that much.
Didn't even send me a telegram.
Yeah.
But we should have a story for him when we meet him.
Oh no, we
Cover
fuck
for our
him up.
return.
You mean
Oh,
tell him
what
that
if-
we're joining Jarlaxle's army?
Oh.
That's interesting,
Wow.
Cassia.
Hey, it's us, Blackhand the Second, Junior, and we're here to just hang out, and you can tell us everything you know so we can help you.
That's genius.
It makes me sick.
Did you learn that from all those books?
Yeah.
Which one was
Nice.
that in?
I think it was in the Phantom Unicorn, because the unicorn pretended to be a horse to be with all the other majestic horses and to take over the evil horse
Centaur.
king. That one was scary. Sorry, just thinking about it, kind of. I couldn't sleep after I read that one.
I mean, Kadal, are you gonna be okay seeing Zarnus again and playing this role?
No. No, it makes me sick thinking about it. It's not something I want to do. But if if this is our only option, I want to stop him.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's our only option. I think we could do that and get more information, or we could go in charismatic guns blazing and just tell everyone in Raynor about the invasion of the Black Hand and hope that we can get numbers on our side.
What's our best shot at getting information out of Zarnus? Captain, is information extraction something you've ever had a hand in?
I may have done a thing or two I'm not proud of. But I'd like to say those days are behind me.
Unfortunate. Anyone else have any ideas?
What if some of us said that we were part of the Black Hand and joined, but then another group of us tried to see who was still in line with Raynor and who was with Zarnus? Do you think that would be advantageous?
I think that could work. Kadal, you could insist that perhaps not you. Kadal, any of us could insist that we want to join him and keep this Raynor ready for Jarlaxle and keep the plans safe, but they must know the plans.
I think I would be okay with that. Look, it's for the good of Raynor. We don't really have a choice in it. We have to do whatever it takes, and I feel like whatever the most advantageous thing is, we have to do it.
Well,
to protect them and to stop Zarnus.
There's another option, which is kind of what Captain Armstrong was saying, which is that we could try to build our own army. I mean,
with
That's
what?
kind of adjacent to what I'm saying too.
yeah.
And kind of adjacent to what I'm saying.
I mean, all 8 of my brothers were in the Order Under, and they're all on the farm.
Let's
I mean,
start a
that's
letter
not a
writing
very big-
campaign.
What was that?
A letter writing campaign. We'll write to your brothers.
We'll get a
And then we'll write to my other brother.
That's why I think we need to choose one direction.
Rest in peace, that band.
I was sold to them once.
Why don't we not go back to the Order Under right away? And let's contact people that we know and that we trust. Like
Yeah.
Kastrid and Pluck and Cassia's brothers.
We'll do recon.
Yeah, and just like, you know, let a lot of people know what's happening. Because also, if we die, then nobody will know what we know. So we got to tell some people.
True.
And how do we explain our new friend?
We made a new friend.
We just put him, he's fine, right? He doesn't look that different from everyone else. He's just a little more metal than everyone else.
Hey, have we ever seen constructs or unhallowed like hanging out in Raynor?
Pre-modem? No. As you say that, Armstrong's neck kind of like twitches and like he has a couple sparks.
We look at him too when that happens, like, yeah, it's gonna be fine.
I'd like to think I'm a fine-looking fella.
Perhaps too fine, sir.
Kadal puts his hand on Captain's shoulder. He's like, and you are, sir.
There's a good lad.
Maybe
would
going to
raise
the funky
some
fungus first, or to the dredges first would be a good idea.
Kastrid does kind of owe us.
Yeah, big
This-
time.
Might also be a good time for your invisibility, Cassia.
Okay.
But I also feel like in the dredges, people would be more accepting of Captain Armstrong.
We just have to get him there.
hmm
Unless there's a way in from the outside of the city.
Okay, let's vote. Going first to confront Zarnus and pretending to be part of the Black Hand is option A. Going first to the dredges to talk to Kastrid and get some information and plan from there is option B. Option C is go back to the Order Under and try to sneak around and find Pluck.
Man, these are really good options. Ah.
I vote for
Option
Kastrid because I miss her.
I think we're going to have an easier time getting the construct into the dredges. Excuse me, Captain. Getting you into the dredges than we would getting you into the Order Under.
So no plan C then.
I know Pluck is awesome. I want to go see him too.
Oh,
Captain.
yeah, I
And
know. I'm telling
that is
you.
end game. Like
You're gonna love Pluck, Captain. He's awesome.
economical with his words. Really packs a punch.
Okay,
I mean,
think
we can do that. I miss Pluck too.
I think
Is that what you
no,
want to do, Captain Armstrong?
Just
Sounds like a valuable individual to know.
Pluck does?
Aye.
Okay, I miss Pluck. Let's do that.
Do you think that the second we walk through those doors, Zarnus is gonna be alerted that we're back?
It's gonna be weird, but that's okay. I mean, to be honest, going to the Tredges and talking to Kastrid, she might know something that might help us go into Raynor a little bit more prepared. I do kind of like that.
Armstrong's our guest.
Well, but maybe we all need disguises too. Like if we just go in there, they're gonna recognize us right away.
We can be
We're
very
the
sneaky.
most beautiful troop.
We actually rolled, and the dice did say we are not.
We were the hottest. We had the best personalities. And
We
they'll
did have the
remember
best
that.
personality. I remember that. That was really good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I just saw a yearbook photo of all of us, like best personality.
what are our
it's us,
superlatives?
And we're
gang?
like, we all accidentally blinked when they took our picture.
Most likely to run a small business, large business.
Lacan, what do you think?
As long as you don't think we're going to visit unwarranted dangers upon our friend Pluck, I too would like to consult with him.
He might know what's going on in the Order Under as well.
If he's been handling Basterfield's papers, I would hope so. And he's always been a good listener. But how are we going to get the captain inside?
Cassie
we
can
could
make him
just say-
invisible.
We could
Huh.
just make
How do
him
you feel
invisible.
about
Yeah. Oh,
You
that's
want to be
great.
a glamour me up a disguise?
And then
Perhaps
we
a
could go
nice
to our bunk.
white flowing beard.
Oh, you want a white flowing beard?
Or are you not that type of magicers?
I think I might be able to do that. Oh no, sorry. I can only give myself a beard.
Blast
Well-
us all!
I'm still learning.
Does the Slurpee special work on you?
We have some. You just have to roll the exact right number.
Luna's like dancing with like agitation of one, because I imagine we're kind of at a crossroads now where like one way we go to the dredges, one way we go to the Order Under, and she's like getting really antsy and kind of jumping down one path and jumping down the other, and she's like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I imagine Kadal's kind of somber about it all because he's upset about. He gets a little upset every time Zarnus gets brought up.
That makes sense. Do you want us to kill him?
I'm going to kill him if I see him.
Oh,
Oh.
that kind of adds something to our plan.
I'm going to stop him. He turned us. Oh, of course, he turned us over and is betraying the Order Under, betraying our home, and he's going to destroy Raynor. We have to stop him. He's getting like riled up, and he just like keeps explaining how terrible Zarnus is now, and just spiraling. So he starts to
Is
flicker
there
a little
anything
bit.
that you want to know from him before you kill him?
Why? How long? What was the point of me? What was the point of raising me or anything like that? He's like the little like sun soul sparkle is like coming out from under his scales, and he's just like ranting and getting riled up.
Lacan is equal parts concerned for Kadal and concerned for Explosion.
Yeah.
He's going to lean in and say, Kadal, these are excellent questions. I think that it would be possible if we can get our hands on Zarnus and get him alone, that you can get your answers. But it can't be on site. You hear me? And I'm trying to like get your eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
You're doing that. And I was like,
listen, grapple him.
That's a good plan.
That
Let
does
him
sound
feel.
pretty good.
We also have Captain Armstrong, who probably has strong arms and can help you grapple.
Well, when I was a man, I was not the strongest man there was, but as a machine, I am reinvigorated.
Kadal sees Armstrong and he's like,
Whoa.
whoa. He's just in awe, like, whoa, you are strong. Will you be my father?
Give it time, lad.
Yeah, right. No, sorry, sir. That was the emotions. That was the heightened emotions. Let's go to the order under. He like walks away and just punches a tree over.
Like Han's like trying to get eye contact. Like
On
Cassia or
On your way back to Raynor, you are passing through a very echoous cavern. And as you're walking through, you hear a sound, a strange kind of clacking, kind of a sort of a
We're in a SNES RPG.
Yeah.
can we tell where the sound's coming from?
roll perception, everybody.
Hey,
Does
Nate,
it
you're
sound-
really quiet.
Like a familiar
hold on.
sound?
There we go. Is that better?
A little bit.
Okay, cool. Anyway, it's a
Yeah, I don't love that.
sorry. So yeah, that
Well.
was perception.
Oh, perception.
As a robot, I am not as perceptive as I was when I was a man.
What everyone get?
18.
18.
3.
16 for the con.
Okay.
4.
And for Cassia?
10.
Okay.
4.
Luna and Lacan, you see sort of skulking on a little higher ground, not necessarily focused on you, but about, I will drop this in resources. You see what looks to be a large creature with the body of a beetle, but the head of a bird.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
That's crazy.
You see a what's called a hook horror.
Oh, these
Why does he have abs?
Are we familiar with these?
You probably would have at least like learned about these. These are monsters that roam about the Underdark.
Bro, how's it hold anything?
What makes them angry and what makes them sleepy? Do we know this?
Everyone can roll history.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
I
That's
know.
a-
I know
Oh, wow.
everything about hook beasts.
Nat 20.
First one of the night, ladies and gents.
You too?
A
We
one
both rolled
and a-
nat 20s?
Hey.
No, I rolled a 9.
No, 1. We got a
Oh.
1 and a 20.
Wow, that's cool, kind of.
Kadal got a nice 17, regular ass 17.
Okay. So between the lot of you, you would know that their thing is they're mostly just like wild predators. So they don't have any particular alignment. They're just kind of out and usually hunting. You also know that they have blind sight, which is relying on a sense other than actual sight to see. They have extremely good hearing and actually use echolocation to move about.
It's cool.
This is like, I'm equating it with like how you learn to deal with like a cougar if you
Mhm.
live in the Pacific Northwest. What is the advice for like, should you encounter a hook beast, hook hand, what are they called?
And hook car handler.
Hook horror.
Hook horror.
A hook horror. Should you encounter a hook horror in the wilderness, be sure to like
Look bigger than him.
make yourself big, curl up in a ball, throw them some meat, you know.
Throw
like,
mace
Hide
in
under
their
your
face.
desk.
Be quiet as hell
That's good for me because
if you don't want to fight it.
I got stealth as hell. Is it sleeping?
A quiet place.
No, it's kind of like it's just sort of lurking.
It's like those NPC, or it's the Redeads in Ocarina of Time where they just kind of are vibing until you trigger them and they scream.
Yep.
I like that.
Is there any like cultural or monetary benefit in the Underdark to like what a hook horror would drop for loot?
Ooh.
Maybe like the bones of its hook could be some kind of material.
Okay, it's not like a gem heart kind of.
No.
Okay. Well, I don't want to kill for fun, and neither does the con. So
I like
No,
where
it's
your
just-
head's at, though.
It's just a wild animal. It's just doing its thing. Like, everybody, quiet.
Yeah, let's maybe we just like,
Sneak by.
I mean, fuck, maybe we just walk past it. Why is this a path we haven't taken to get to the Order Under before?
You probably have. This thing just wasn't here last time.
Shit.
Should we roll stealth?
Can we roll
Everyone
stealth?
roll stealth, please.
Fuck.
Man.
18.
Okay.
Can I roll
Ooh, 17.
again?
Okay.
Wow. Captain
Kadal?
Armstrong's like WD-40'd up.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Yeah.
What everyone else get?
he could all got a 7.
Okay.
Oh.
Lacan
That's
got
all
in.
Brett. It's so
8.
crazy because
8.
he has like,
And
he was
Cassia.
built
Cassie, I
for
got a
stealth.
5.
Okay.
So Luna, you just stop, and then we all like boom, boom, boom.
hmm Sorry, who rolled lower, Cassia or
Kadal rolled a
Lacan.
7.
5.
8.
5? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cassia, you accidentally step on like a more fragile pebble as it kind of breaks as you put your foot on it, as its face, its head sort of like does almost a 180 and turns to a lot of you, and it shrieks. And I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Couldn't we have just like not moved for a second?
I'm so sorry.
Nah, it hurts something. It's going for it.
I shouldn't have worn my click-clack heels.
Ooh, nat 20 on that
Oh, okay.
Inishi.
Oh
a
my
total of-
god!
For a
I got
total
another
hold on.
one! Sorry.
Armstrong total.
22.
Okay. Cassia, that was a 1, so total.
1. It's not 1.
You don't have plus on your initiative?
Oh, 1, 2, so 2.
Yeah.
Also, you're a halfling, so you get a second roll, don't you?
Oh, right.
lucky.
You're
Yo!
lucky. We always forget
Oh.
lucky.
Let's go!
Roll again.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
I learned
15.
D&D.
15.
Yeah, thank you for remembering that.
I need to remember that. Good job, Bo.
Thanks. I'm a D&D player now, and I got 15.
Bo gets inspiration for that.
Yo!
That's the
Yay!
inspiration of the game, isn't it?
Very, very
New
important,
behavior has been reinforced.
very important remembering that I, as the DM, wish I had remembered. So good job.
Yes, this is the
Wow.
best day ever. I still don't have a dad, though. Okay. So,
Still dadless.
still fatherless.
Luna.
I got 24.
Damn. Okay. Lacan.
I once thought I was great with a 20, but
Damn, just high rollers here. And Kadal.
15.
Okay. That means we're gonna start with. Well, okay, we're gonna start with Luna.
I'm gonna turn around and cast Fairy Fire on the hook horror.
Very nice. It's a dex save.
Dex 14.
Okay. Fails the save. Not very dexterous. Begins glowing. What is your fairy fire again?
It each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or well, in my case, prismatic light, Any
Yes,
creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails the dexterity throw for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light, and any attack roll against the affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Nice. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Yes. This reminds Luna of a story.
Tell us about it.
Let's see. This reminds me of the tale that the spirits told me through the mushrooms of the
Also, shout out
Avenger.
production for that lit up hook horror on the screen.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's like
Tale of the Avenger. Sorry.
The Tale of the Avenger. Any creature that hits a target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to. Captain Armstrong, have I ever told you the Tale of the Avenger?
hey, please regale me.
Well, they were really strong, and then any creature that attacked them with a melee attack takes force damage equal to 6.
Well, blow me down. What a fascinating tale.
That's you. You're the Avenger.
I love this story.
All right. Yeah, that got. Wait, is it Armstrong's turn?
Is there anything else for Luna?
Nope, that's it.
All right, then yes, Armstrong.
Yeah, that got him all fired up. He's just gonna like, I don't know. Is there like a boulder he could like run up to and like leap off of?
Ooh.
Sure.
Just do like a leaping scimitar strike with advantage, right? Because of fairy fire.
Because of the fairy fire.
Yeah, let's go.
Dang, I buffed you up.
Yeah, no, that was actually a pro gamer move.
Hell yeah. You all watch it.
22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit. You all watch as this insane robot man just like leaps into the air and brings a you attack with a scimitar.
Wait, hold on. I think it's a rapier. Yes.
Ah, okay.
No, it's
No.
a scimitar.
Scimitar down on this horror. Let me get
'Cause
damage.
1d6. 5 plus my strength, 8.
8.
So cool.
Very good.
And offhand hit. Does the advantage go away after 1, or is it as long as it's...
What's the duration of the fairy fire?
I think it's still there.
It's a long time. It's concentration, I think, for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So then it's still there.
A
Yeah,
20.
sure.
Yeah, up to
30,
a minute.
20.
Dirt. Yeah.
Dirt. And 9 more.
Gee. Okay.
That's. I freaking imagine Armstrong being like, "Watch this," and like runs back away from us to go around to run up that boulder and then jump over us to get to the guy. Just and I'm like, Kadal's like, "What?"
He jumps in
Be a
slow-mo.
spectacle.
Slow-mo.
I
We're just like, "Fuck yeah."
mean, he's
Sawbucky.
definitely a showman, or was.
In chat, Sawsbucky pointed out that I told the tale of the Avenger about a mechanical man dealing force damage, and this is just Iron Man in a
This is
cave.
just Iron Man.
Unhollowed Iron Man is crazy.
It's amazing. All right.
From scraps.
Scraps. Lacan.
Lacan is going to shoot the crossbow at the monster.
Okay.
Chow! He rolls a 6.
6 will not hit.
That's embarrassing. Lacan fades to the back of the group and hope that everybody's looking up at the monster, not at the fact that he has whiffed yet again.
Did you have advantage? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh yeah, you should have advantage.
Oh yeah.
because it's
Oh.
fairy
Right.
fire.
The fairy fire. You
Oh
have
my
advantage.
god!
Roll again.
Love you guys. Thanks. Whew, embarrassing.
Fairy
11.
fires?
11 does not hit either.
God damn it. That's the end of my turn.
Luna
All right.
brought the gamer moves today.
Coming from you, that means a lot.
Kadal.
Kadal watched Armstrong do that whole thing. And he goes, "I want to try," and then he runs back and jumps off the boulder and tries the same thing with an unarmed strike.
All right. Doing flips and shit.
Tails.
You just hit them with you.
Oh, thank God! It's a 24.
24 hits. Let me get damage.
Nice.
That's a 4, 7.
Okay.
What does inspiration do?
Inspiration gives you an extra D20. It's just like whenever you want, right? Whenever you have a D20 roll.
Hell yeah. Good to know. Good to know. And then so he lands that hit, and then like a drop kick, and then with his bonus action, another swipe for a nat 20. That's a 25.
Oh my god, can I borrow your dice, dude?
All right, so crit is twice the dice. Leave the bonus alonus.
Yeah. That is 2 and 4. That's a 9.
9. And that was with the crit damage, right?
Yes.
Okay,
2
cool.
Plus 4 plus 3. Yeah.
Cool.
I have a
Wow.
question, Nate.
Yes.
Are we playing with the 2024 heroic inspiration or the past
I
inspiration?
forgot about that.
Heroic
I was doing.
inspiration is just that you can reroll any die,
Oh, okay.
which I like.
That's cool.
I'm very. Let's do traditional crit or traditional inspo for now.
Just
Okay.
the D20.
Yeah.
Cool.
Whenever,
Okay.
whenever you want to use it.
Sick. So yeah, Kadal drop kicks him, flying kick, and then after that he does a flip and smacks him on the head with his tail.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very fancy.
And then he looks over at Armstrong like to see if he noticed.
Yeah. Bravo, fishman.
I'm like, haha, thanks, Captain.
You will be my father.
Daddy.
You'd make a fine pirate.
That brings
fine,
us to
son.
Cassia.
How's that scary thing looking? Is it looking like or
It's bleeding but angry.
okay?
Been there before.
Same. How close are Kadal and Captain Armstrong?
We've gotten closer over time.
About
You know, acquaintances.
God. About 12 feet.
They're 12 feet away from him.
Oh, from them. No, they're in melee range with the
Distant.
the monster.
Okay, then I'm not going to electrocute it. I learned my lesson.
Oh.
Okay, then I'd like to firebolt, please.
Nice.
11 plus 17.
A 17 hits. Roll that damage for me.
Okay. This is a 10, right? Ah, it's 1.
I don't think
Okay,
I rolled
is-
that extra force damage I was supposed to roll.
1 second. So the so it's a 1. Is there a bonus to the damage? Is it the D10 plus something?
It's just 1d10.
Oh, so 1. Okay, a whole damage.
It's a 1.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Better than I did, Cassie.
We're doing great.
The,
No, I'm
The force damage is if something attacks Armstrong, correct? For the Avenger?
Yes, if it attacks melee, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, it's going to attack the last thing that attacked it. And it's going to see what it can do to Kadal. It hears something fishy, just kind of slapped it around.
Yeah, when he hits it, it sounds like getting slapped by a fish too.
It's just
What's up?
all right. First hook attack.
Ooh.
That's only a 9 to hit.
Nope.
Second attack,
He's got 2 arms.
it does, and it rolls 21 to hit.
Whoop!
Oh.
If I tell you it didn't hit, would you believe me?
I would not.
It's fair.
Dealing a total of 7 piercing damage.
I've been pierced. Shot through the heart.
All right. That's all it will do. So, top of the round, Luna.
I have to keep concentrating on my fairy fire. I can only bestow one tail at a time. So I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Nice.
Please don't hurt my friends. I'm sorry we interrupted your hunting.
I mean, he was just vibing, actually.
19.
A 19 sure does hit, Luna.
Sure love to hear that. I do
Hannah's
12
like
damage.
studying how you held the crossbow and like your alignment and like just
What
from
was-
afar, just like
What was the damage?
12. And Luna's
Jeez.
crossbowing is very like, you probably have like military training. Luna's is very dance-like. Like it's very kind of like almost capoeira-ish. Like
yeah, you
even-
didn't even
do, like,
stop.
a
You
flip.
just kind of like
Yeah.
flicked it, and I'm just like standing there, like my legs. And, like,
Mhm.
Anna's out here, or Luna's out here with a gun being like, crossbow, just...
Yeah. But more like dancing even. Like
Yeah,
almost
brings
like
us-
she did a cartwheel and then shot as she was doing
That's sick, dude.
Anything else?
My dice are hot tonight, dare I say? This is weird.
Big rolls, big rolls.
Yeah, roll big.
It's karma paying me back for the tech issues last week. I think I can do another bardic inspo even though I can just bestow one tail. So I will say I'll look at Lacan and be like this. So you can have bardic inspiration.
Nice.
So you can add a d6 to ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So you can try Luna's method next time.
oh, I'm gonna.
Brings us to Armstrong.
He's just in a trance of yelling pirate stuff and stabbing. So I'll attack him 2 more times.
Do it.
Away, ye scurvy dog! 20. Dirty 20.
Dang.
Yup.
It's this fairy fire.
Hell.
Yeah.
And a 24. I'm
Two
also
hits.
rolling like above a 13 like every time.
That's yeah. Hot dice tonight.
Hot. Okay, 4, 5, 11 total damage.
All right. This thing's looking not great real fast.
Not great, real fast.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right. Lacan.
All right. Well, Lacan's been watching Luna. He thinks he's got the hang of not her full technique. He's not going to attempt a cartwheel, but he does try and like mimic like the cadence she was using, where he's like, and he'll roll. Oh no, that's a 6 + 3. So he's gonna shake it off because this is advantage and roll 13 + 3, and we're gonna get our bardic inspiration in here because I don't like that. I want to hit hard. I don't even care if I'm already hitting it. 13 + 5. Does that hit? That's 18, folks.
Yes, an 18 hits.
Oh my god.
Nice. Good
His
job.
whole face lights up, especially when you praise him.
Everyone's like, yeah, look on!
7 piercing damage.
Strike fast, strike true!
This thing shrieks out to get more locations of where it's being attacked from. And it is cut short as its big open beak is pierced by your bolt. It goes in and comes out the back of its head. As it just
All right, Lacan is so like caught up in the euphoria of like nailing this hit that he feels like he just learned. He's gonna kind of like dance over to you, Luna, a little more goofy than you've ever seen him, and like put up a high five.
Yeah. High five.
Oh, just
That was incredible.
We're in the back like, let's go!
thank you, Luna.
Ah!
I never thought I should loosen up. I thought I was not straight enough.
Loosening up's the best.
well, with that, quite the victory. Snagged a W, and we are gonna do a little BRB there.
Burn the pee.
We will be right back in 5 minutes. Don't forget to hydrate, stretch, tell yourself you love yourself, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Stone's Throw Cities Beneath. We have vanquished the Hook Horror. And now we continue to the Order Under, where we hope to find our friend Pluck.
Vanquishing the Hook Horror.
The Hook Horror.
Hurrah.
So you are getting back to Raynor.
Hmm.
Are you just walking with Armstrong as is, or were you trying to disguise, or?
Have we seen anyone else on the road thus far?
No. No one of interest.
No one, like, passing people, are they look like, if we passed anyone and they start, like, noticing the captain, I would imagine at least Lacan would start getting a little sensitive and bring up the topic of perhaps we should give our friend a bit of cover.
Yeah.
Kadal's
What do you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Why is it an issue that we need to hide him in the first place?
I think it would draw
attention.
focus from our mission, perhaps.
Well, don't you think that if we walk in, people are going to be a little confused too?
Yeah, which is why adding a robot concerns me. Construct, Sir Captain, I'm sorry.
Cassia, how long can you make someone invisible?
That's a really good question. If I concentrate, I can do up to an hour.
We should wait till we're a little closer, I think.
Is that okay with you, Captain Armstrong? I don't really like to make anyone invisible unless they're, okay with it. I need your consent. That's what I'm saying.
What if I were to play possum? And ye just be hauling in spare parts.
Oh,
Whoa.
We could
wait!
pretend
I was
we
thinking this
killed-
earlier. When he fell and Daryl Mantus, wherever we were,
Mantle Dareth?
Mantle Dareth.
Oh,
When he fell, he disassembled and it was fine. So what if we all just like disassembled him and put him in a backpack and he can be like C-3PO and Chewbacca?
I bet that they can't tell the difference between him and Mason. So we could pretend that we defeated Mason. And came back and we're like, suck it.
And that'll make Zarnus so scared of us because we'll be like, oh, you thought you were sending us to our imminent deaths? Well, look what we did.
And then if he tries to do anything, Captain Armstrong can be like, "Brah," and come back to life and help us.
Well, I may need some assistance with that part, but I'll be there for the ambushing of Zarnus.
That sounds
Whoa.
great.
Let's all have C-3PO backpacks.
Yeah. Kadal just goes up and just grabs his arm off real quick. Just rips it.
Strap your, like, Exodia card. Like.
It almost looks like a massacre too. We're like, yeah, just ripping him apart. And
He's like
I grab-
laughing maniacally while you're doing it too.
Yeah. Just-
How
I
would
take
you like
Armstrong-
us to carry your head?
my arms around his neck, like getting ready to rip it off. I'm like, oh yeah, how would you like us to carry your head?
One of you should hang it from your belt.
Ooh.
That's a great idea.
It'll make you look like an accomplished headhunter.
Who wants his head?
The citizens will fear ya.
It should be you, Kadal, because you want to scare Zarnus the most.
Yeah.
You're right. Captain, do I have your consent to rip off your head?
I...
Yeah! He just rips it off, and it's lightning strikes behind him, clouds form. He's like, ah! All right, I'm gonna put on my belt.
Disassembled, head hanging from belt. You approach the gates of Raynor as two guards at first take up a defensive stance, but as you come more into view, they kind of squint and they're just like, "Oh shit! B80."
Yeah, it's us.
Lacan's like, be cool, be
We're
cool,
walking
be
in.
cool.
We're walking in slow motion in like a line. We got sunglasses on. It's slow motion.
There's some
Damn, it
explosions
feels
behind
good
us.
to be a gangster.
Not even looking at him.
The theme music is just like, it's the hottest troop. For sure, the hottest that's on the record.
The gates, they start to open the gates. They're like, we'll fetch someone. We'll tell
No
the
need, boys. We
No,
got
they
this.
know we're coming.
I like that Cassio is leading the group with the no.
Yeah,
I know. And they're like, oh, she said no, like repelled by her hand.
We have some
Lacan's just
behind.
behind you nodding.
okay. Well,
It's the
it,
motherfucking
technically we weren't informed to expect your arrival, so
Why does it matter? We live here.
Do
No.
you see what's hanging from his belt?
I was like, yeah. Do you see this thing? Like, yeah, get a load of this.
Make my best dead robot face.
Yeah.
You just like make X's in your eye.
Yeah, it's all LED X's.
LED X's is awesome.
I want to intimidate him to leave us alone.
Kadal goes, look familiar, and just thrusts in everyone's face.
well, I look. We still have to at least accompany you to either one of the brass's office or your barracks.
What if I told you the brass is not who you think they are?
They're actually the copper. Ha! Kadal has no idea what brass is.
Who
He-
is the
He
ranking
looks
officer?
at you, looks at you, and kind of squints. Says, "Okay, well, I don't know what exactly you expect me to do. I don't have rank to make calls like that, but
Fine, come with us. But
Question.
He gets really close and she goes, remember who the true enemy is.
okay."
Okay.
And she
I've
turns
been-
around mysteriously and keeps walking.
Watching just the right amount of Hunger Games for this. I'm ready.
Question.
That is a
Question.
callback.
Are we walking into Raynor or the Order Under?
Order under.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
We made it inside Raynor in question. Oh no, it's right outside your eyes. I got it.
Mhm.
Maps in the head.
Okay, wait. We need to figure out where we're going, because I didn't think this far ahead. I just want to stroll in with a head on my
I
belt.
know. All of a sudden, it feels like we could just go right to Zarnus.
Yeah.
We're like,
Who
oh
are
shit, it
you
actually
taking
worked.
us to?
It
We
actually
said we
worked.
were
What do we
looking
do?
for Pluck first. And
Yeah,
the
so-
information we had on Pluck was that he was in Basterfield's office doing paperwork.
And these
he was in the mess hall doing paperwork or just eating.
Yeah, because
And-
Zarnus took that office. So if we went to Bastarfield's
Who are
office,
the-
we just
who are the guards taking us to?
They're accompanying us.
yeah. They're not taking me
All
anywhere.
right. They just roll with us as we're just strolling through.
He says, General Zarnus is a little preoccupied at the moment, and this seems pretty urgent. I'll go check to see if either Copperlight or Armstrong are available.
Yes. We'll take.
Especially Armstrong.
Yeah, take us to Armstrong.
Khan's watching the robot head fearfully now, like
Yeah,
Goes,
Kadal like puts the head behind him, like, yeah, take us to the Armstrong, the only Armstrong we know.
Like, okay.
We're all being so dumb.
Being like so, and they're just like, all right, sure. Armstrong it is. They knock on the door, and they open it, poke their head, and says, Major Armstrong, Troop B-84 has returned. You hear, she says, oh, fuck, send them in. Come in, please, please. As you all walk in to Armstrong's office along with these two cadets that have been accompanying you as the door closes.
Lacan sniffs at them and goes, "You're not needed any longer. Thank you."
That's not your rank,
Hmm.
Who says that? Armstrong?
Armstrong. says, that,
It was true.
and looks at the lot of you, looks at the unhollowed head, says, feel like there's a lot that had happened.
Luna puts her feet up on Armstrong's desk and squats there like this and is like, yeah, a lot has happened. Like how we were sent as a sacrifice, as a bounty to Indigo. Did you know about this?
Unfortunately, that was not my call. That was General Zarnis's call.
And
If
you
it
were
had
okay with
been
that?
your call, what call would you have made?
I would have put up more of a fight.
More of a fight? Kadal like walks up. More of a fight? Why wouldn't you have stopped us? Why would you have helped us? Kadal's already emotional. He's getting reactive.
Cap, you get you in your head as an accessory.
Yeah.
You get glimpse of this Major Armstrong. You get a good look at her face, not as a disguise, but
You hear Armstrong's head on your belt going because the eyes are like focusing and refocusing, and
It's like it's quiet too, so that's all you hear. And then I feel like a little bit of vibration. I'm like, what
it's making a ton of noise.
So I'm like making eye contact with Armstrong.
We lost him.
No,
he turned off.
He shorted out.
The head rolled away.
Buzzed.
Yeah.
He
I took
buzzed out.
I took the head because I felt the vibration. I started smacking it.
You knocked him offline.
Luna is getting closer and closer to Armstrong's face. Can I roll insight to see if I believe? Because she's basically saying like I would have put up a fight to not let you guys be sacrificed, right?
Sure. What are you trying to insight?
Yeah, can I see if I believe her?
Sure.
I nat 20. I'm so close to her face.
No shot.
Jeez, Anna.
You like read her DNA.
All game.
You read her D&D.
Sorry, Hunter just
Also her
texted
B through C.
What did he say?
his dog hit his his dog shut off his PC.
His dog's been running around behind him the whole time. Finally won.
That's insane.
Well,
You got that dog.
oh my gosh. Of all times.
Oh my
Well,
God.
with the insight roll, with what she said, as far as you can tell, it seemed pretty earnest.
So you're not one of the Black Hand then?
She goes, I'm afraid I'm not familiar with this.
Oh, you know, the Black Hand, the secret society trying to overthrow Raynor, with the pirate king Jarlaxle who wants to become a vessel of Bane, which is a god, which is a thing we know about now.
Lacan leans in next to Luna on the desk and goes, "You really sure you want these guys still in here?"
And Cassia goes up right next to her. She's kind of like, yeah.
Before a lot of that, now that he's back,
So there's some vibrating on my belt, and I'm like, what the
kind of like talking over each other at
Like a Nokia.
Major Armstrong sees that and goes, "Is that thing still alive?"
No, I just got a text.
As she draws a sword and points it at it.
No, it's
Armstrong.
mine.
Captain.
Armstrong. Is that what they're calling you?
Kadal puts up the head.
Why have you brought that thing in here? What is happening?
Wait. But before you react the way you're being reactive, it's a different one of these.
Indigo is no longer.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the
This
bounty
isn't-
hunter.
This is actually our friend. He's on our team. He's now part of B84. You could even call us B85 because we're
That is,
I've got-
a troop's already been assigned that, and that doesn't tell me why.
It's
Also, you guys have the same name.
Mhm.
it's not the same one. Its name is, well, Captain. You want to introduce yourself?
Cornelius Armstrong, Scourge of the High Seas.
Put the head in your hand.
Yeah.
And who might you be?
You see her look at this robot head talking in your hands, and then she immediately looks to the other cadets in the room. And you see her.
I thought they left.
No, they've been in here the whole time.
Yeah, it's freaking me out.
You watch as she performs a somatic movement of some kind for a spell, and she says, "You two, Troop B84 arrived at Raynor with a prisoner they brought in for questioning. You escorted them here, but never entered my office, and you've been waiting outside the entire time and will continue to do so. Are we clear?" As they both reply, "Yes, sir." And they leave and very promptly shut the door behind them.
Kadal's like, oh,
Oh, worried about
Thank
the
you.
spread of information? Is that a threat to your fascism?
Shut up! Looks at the robot head. What is this trick? How did you get that information?
what trick? What are you talking about?
Hmm?
No, this is. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's actually
Here's
a
his
whole guy.
Cornelius Armstrong.
Where'd he
Why
go?
do you Cornelius Armstrong? Why do you know that?
That's his name.
Became like that.
He's not the bounty hunter. He's just Robo Hunter.
Speaking of little tricks, that was a fine one you just pulled on those two soldiers. Reminds me of someone I once knew.
I don't know what this is or what you're pulling, but I'm gonna need a better explanation.
Okay, so there's a thing called an unhallowed, and it's where a construct that used to be a warforged, it is an empty vessel, and then a soul of someone who has unfinished business
Luna.
gets caught in that thing. So that's an unhallowed, in case you didn't know. And it seems like Captain Armstrong, who may or may not be someone familiar to you, apparently by your reaction, is one of those unhallowed, and now is our friend because we're really strong and we already beat one unhallowed, and now we befriended another. So I think you should be nicer to us and never tell me to shut up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Luna, can I get persuasion?
You sure can. 15.
She doesn't seem to respond to all of that. But she does look at the robot head, and she kind of takes her sword and like taps you on the face, like ding ding ding.
Ah, it's not so close to mine.
So you're a person.
His eyes just up to the sword as he watches her tap him with it.
Ah, looks like Zephyr found its way to your hands.
Mhm.
Oh, is that the sword's name? Cap?
Your sword has
I-
a name.
Believe so.
She is taken aback. She says, No, this is,
Yeah.
no, that's not none of that.
Yeah, it is.
That's not possible.
It is.
It seems impossible, but it's not.
Yeah, we already dealt with this once. Honestly, it's just like a regular thing now.
You should just start accepting it. It'll be a lot easier.
She sheaths the sword and says, I had... That's not even classified information.
Well,
The Order Under was never even dispelled. They don't. No one should know that.
So, do you guys know each other?
Well, not personally, but I think I can put two and two together.
Well, you guys have the same name. That's how we put it together. That's why we brought him here.
Cornelius Armstrong was a name I was told of. Some, how'd they put it? Gallivanting rat bastard.
Oh.
Aye. So you've heard the true stories.
Kadal goes, what did you do? So, you know of him then, Major?
She says, I want to know what it thinks it knows.
Kadal holds the captain's ears, and I go, listen, I made the same mistake. It's he, all right? Let's just be considerate. He's a person still. I'm sorry you had to hear that, Captain.
No offense
like-
taken.
I would like to know what you think you know, Captain.
Well, long ago, when I was but a young man sailing the high seas, there was a lass. The finest pirate I ever knew. And the only one to ever tame my wild heart. Her name was Floria. It was a romance for the ages. This scurvy sea dog is interested in me tale.
Kadal goes, what's a dog? He's holding his headstock still.
But at the end of the day, when it all came down to it, 'twas her heart that couldn't be tamed. I wasn't sure, well, I figured there was a decent chance I had a offspring or two running about. But I never thought I'd meet someone related to her.
Cap, can you roll persuasion?
As soon as I refined my character sheet.
At advantage, because there's a lot going on.
Ooh, this.
What? So there it is. How much charisma do I have? Okay, none. 12.
That was at advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She says, she's so just thrown as she doesn't even say anything. She just kind of like and she throws her sword hilt onto the desk. And those who take a little look at it can see that inscribed into the side of it is the name Floria.
Is Floria your mom?
Floria was great-grandmother.
Whoa.
Oh, me as Bo just got chills.
Who told you that Captain Armstrong was a rat bastard?
Tales were passed down amongst the family, as well as and she she kind of not hums, but she kind of like gives a short like melody that's quite haunting, quite entrancing, as her sword leaves her hand and floats. She says, Zephyr was also passed down. In this, she's confirming these truths, and seems also a little like frustrated at all this.
Why aren't you happy to meet your great granddad?
Well, despite the fact that I haven't heard the best stories about him, he is also a talking head in my office, being presented to me from a troop that I thought dead.
Surprise.
We're all back.
All goes, yeah.
You could reassemble me if you felt like it.
Here's your body.
Kadal looks at the captain. Wait, Kadal's like, looks at the captain and looks at Major Armstrong and goes, would you like to hold him?
Put me back on my bleeding torso.
Well, I mean, you guys are family. Maybe.
We've all assembled his body behind you, and you're just still holding his head.
and the captain, like the headless captain, is like trying to grab me. I'm like, but would you?
Yeah, he's going for his.
You can hold him if you want. Like,
put his head on his torso. It's not an infant.
Yes, sir.
He like does like a 180 with his head, and then a 180 with his torso, and then a 180, just like recalibrating.
So this is what's become of Cornelius Armstrong.
Aye, apparently.
This is the last thing I need.
The last?
What's the first thing you need?
I have a mission for you.
Ugh.
You're going to accompany me outside of the walls.
To where?
There's been reports, there's been sightings of what looked to be a spoil of Gricks outside of the walls, trying to set up a new lair.
Wait.
And we can't let that happen.
What?
Whoa.
Firstly,
What?
what's a Grick?
And what's that?
Secondly, we don't work for you anymore. You guys sent us to our deaths.
Zarnus sent you to your death, and now that you are back, it would probably be in your best benefit to accompany me on this mission.
You're just sending us on like monster hunting? We literally just told you that the entire Order Under is poisoned by a secret conspiracy, and you want us to go find monsters?
Because we're all gonna go together outside the wall away from here where anyone can.
Kadal goes, but what's a Grick?
You would know that a Grick, I will drop it in resources. Let me see here. Copy image. One moment.
By the way, Luna's just been disrespecting Captain Armstrong's desk. Like
Yeah,
she was standing on it, and then she was like sitting on it, and her feet were kind of flailing around. And then like she'd be like, "Whoops," and like hit a paper off.
That
and
would
then
be
she was like chewing on one of her pencils.
That is
my
some
God.
cat behavior.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like a dog wiping its ass on a carpet.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
brick is this
no.
thing.
God
This
damn.
weird tentacle-faced snake with a beak.
That's
It looks like the Steven Universe corrupted gem.
Oh,
Yeah, does anyone domesticate these? I feel like they're kind of cute.
yeah. I kind of
No.
want to ride one.
She says, well, these
centipedal.
things are very dangerous, and a couple have been spotted, and we need to go take care of those immediately.
And are we bringing your grandpa?
You can't very well leave me here.
Well, we could, but we won't, sir.
Okay,
Your-
C3PO mode again.
I'd have to fight my way out, probably
I would
kill
love
half a
to see
dozen
it.
people.
Your prisoner will be of great value in assisting in this mission, assuming that he's willing to comply.
Aye, so I'm a prisoner now. This plan just gets better and better.
Just a pretend prisoner.
We're all prisoners, aren't we? In one way or another.
Not me. Papers.
So, Major Armstrong does the necessary procedures as to not call attention to this. This is a real mission that needs to be dealt with, as she goes with you outside of the city walls, and you go a good, probably about an hour out.
On foot?
Does she talk to us at all in this hour? Like, do we get anything else out of her?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a quiet walk the whole time.
She,
Like,
like
12 feet
anytime
behind her.
anyone, like, tries to talk, she, like, cuts it off immediately. But
It's
after about...
probably Armstrong like 90%.
Yeah.
So Avery! Over and over again.
Are we being followed, by the way? Lacan, would you?
Every.
So
No.
every.
So at this point, she says, here should be fine, as she starts setting up a fire in a campsite. As she says, this is a real mission that is a sign that we will need to do. But a search party wouldn't even be sent unless we don't return for a week. And I suspect we'll only need a couple days for this mission. So we have time.
Time. Yes.
Hey.
And what do you want to do with that time?
I want to know why suddenly my ancestor is waltzing about looking for me.
Well, we want to know some things too.
That's great. I want to know what I want to know first,
But
if
we,
the captain wouldn't mind.
we've wanted to know longer.
I think Cassia is gonna put on like almost like she doesn't have any glasses, but if she did, they'd be like big therapist glasses, and she'd be like, "So, how does seeing your grandpa make you feel?"
How did you all not die?
Lacan looks
on,
up
do
from
we have
cooking
again?
at the fire. And he's like, what?
Captain,
Let's put Captain Armstrong back together so he has
Oh,
agency.
sorry.
he will
I
have
thought we
been
already did.
assembled at this point.
Eh.
I think that maybe you two should talk.
I be looking for a treasure map.
You're looking for a treasure map.
Also, how did we not die? Well, let's tell you the story. And then, like, the screen turns dark and you hear a dee-dee-dee-doo.
We play the preview from earlier in the episode.
Yeah,
Watch this!
Enough. A treasure map.
There was a map. A map. I need the map.
You need the
Did
map
we
of
have-
map of what?
Were those in the papers that we brought from Mantle Dareth?
Can't bloody well remember.
Lacan has a map.
Me ship!
I do.
'Twas to the wreckage of me sunken vessel.
And this map, why do you need it?
Well, it's me vessel. It's me ship.
Right, but you're basically dead.
This is just like not computing in his.
Well, I believe the reason that I'm still wandering about, I reckon it's I need to be reunited. The ship was all I had. It was my one and only.
She looks at you, and then she kind of like looks at like the rest of you. She examines your outfit, your attire, your accessories, and then she like reaches down and into, I'm assuming you have like a satchel of some sort.
Who?
You, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
She reaches in and grabs a piece of paper and says, "This map?
Where did you find that?"
Oh my god."
He just get that here.
So you came to find me to find a map that you had.
Aye, but if I hadn't found you, I never would have found it.
She kind of, and she takes out a flask. It's like, this is the last thing I needed.
If there was ever any question of your lineage, that right there, that should tell you.
Alcoholism.
Oh, it runs deep.
Kadal goes, "Oh, ooh, Major, if you want, I have something that might make that even tastier."
Be careful.
Whoa.
Pulls out some Slurpee Special, swishes it around a little bit. Want some?
I'm not drinking that.
Puts it back in the satchel.
Yeah.
Captain?
Well, could this have been your quest, Captain? I don't mean to say this in a rude way, but you're still here.
Of course. Now we must find the ship.
Of course.
She says, May I ask what she was like?"
Your great-grandmother.
Yeah.
A ray of sunshine so bright, she'd make the sun itself look like a shadow.
What is he talking about?
I'm not sure, but it sounds nice.
It's like looking around, confused at their confusion.
There was
Ooh.
nary a soul alive that could resist her charm. She was a brutal commander. A frivolous, shrewd captain. And the best partner a man could ask for.
She says, "Well, to continued strong leadership within our lineage."
Aye, hear, hear.
Think.
Give the rest of us some drinks.
The rest of y'all could be drinking.
I'll
As
just hold it up for them.
as Captain Armstrong sips down his rum, you see that the glow starts to fade as he finishes chugging from his bottle. It fully dims as he falls to limp robot parts as his glow sort of wisps away.
Oh, his unfinished business was drinking.
Oh,
And in that moment,
Captain, your ship! No.
in that moment, Armstrong, you felt that your unfinished business was the fact that the heart you could not tame's tale was just not quite finished being sung.
Yay!
That was sweet.
That's really sweet.
love was
And
the
I wish that
treasure
Captain
all
Armstrong-
along.
McConn's like, definitely fucking not crying.
Kadal's like, Father!
He's sensitive about this stuff.
As Major Armstrong just, she doesn't emote a lot, but you could see that she's really, really just kind of peering into the remains of the captain. And she doesn't look up at you, but she starts talking and she says, Zarnus has gone rogue. We have no idea what he's doing or why he's doing it. But he needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
We know.
I'm guessing that you all have a bit more insight than we might that you gathered while you were gone. This will prove valuable in taking Raynor back from him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What even is Raynor? Armstrong. A city? A man?
Right now, a huge fucking mess.
We'll do what we can. We have to do whatever it takes to stop him.
Who else can we trust?
We have a lot to discuss. But like I said, we have a mission and also time.
Lacan puts a morsel of food down, just like shoves it silently next to her. Everybody else's, you kind of just appears next to you, and then he sits back to eat. We'll do what we can.
Should we bury him?
No, we should wear him like we have been. It worked like a charm.
Yeah. We need to keep him.
Okay,
think-
can Cassia just take one little finger off, then just unscrew and just kind of go find a really nice spot with like a especially glowy mushroom and just kind of make a little hole and put it in there
Sure.
and just put A into the mushroom.
Lacan's behind you, and he puts just the tiniest little tart next to it, and then stands back behind you.
Oh, you guys.
Armstrong joins, watches you do that. And she kneels in front of it. She pours out a little bit of her flask. Says, "You weren't so bad. Well, shall we?"
I pick
And-
up Captain Armstrong's pouch and the map to his ship.
Can I have his head?
Nice.
And that's where we'll stop.
No. Adventure.
Oh, you guys.
Oh,
Ah! Captain Armstrong!
let's
Yeah.
go.
Beautiful.
Captain Armstrong, jeez. Oh.
I was just
That
gonna
was
say, just like
so-
throw me in the ocean.
We don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is. You don't know what the sun is, apparently.
you got ocean, you got bodies of water.
Throw me into trash.
Oh, so Luna is like, it's a dead body. It's just material now. And everyone's like, let's bury him. She's like, why are you guys so obsessed with bodies?
We could wear them. I'm like,
I know. Put him on my body.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, he'd be
hell
into
yeah. That
it,
sounds
like,
sick as
yeah.
hell. An
You're still
armor.
joining us on our adventure.
Like he'll be there.
That was awesome. Thank you. Huge thanks to Hunter, aka Dookie Shed, for being our
Hell
first
yeah.
guest and a fantastic one.
Yeah.
Forever enshrined in the lore of Stone's Throw. Thank you, Hunter.
Anytime.
Best guest we've ever had.
Dude, I
Literally.
mean,
Hands down.
Truly.
I don't
no
want to brag,
competition.
but did pretty good.
I want to give Hunter a chance to tell where you can find him. But before we do that, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who tuned in. You being here helps so much, just helping us to tell the story, making it feel exciting, and also showing that you care, and that helps us with supporting the show in other ways by, you know, pitching to sponsors and things. And there are a few of you who have also supported the show financially, which goes such a long way. We want to say thank you this week to Crystal Fear, Quinn is Tired, Chad Magic, Sawsbucky, and Villis Farthuk. Thank you so much for supporting the show financially. All of you throughout the seasons who have done that helped us to attend PAX East and do a panel last a couple weeks back now. It went really great. We had a fantastic time. I dare say it was pretty funny, and we do have it recorded, so we will be putting that up on YouTube. And thank you to all of you who have helped make that possible. Now, we are going to be back next week, but I don't think Captain Armstrong will be joining us. So, Hunter, if people want to find you out on the internet, where can they do that?
The best place would be YouTube, youtube.com/DookieShed. And I'm also on social media. You know, it's there, but I don't really use it that much. YouTube.
Yeah.
Who else? Christina, what about you?
The Saw blog, cryingiscool.substack.com is where I usually am. And also in our Discord. I like hanging out in there. Thanks for making it so fun. And I love hearing about your days, and I love seeing your pets.
How about Rachel?
Oh, I got nothing going on for a while, guys. Until we got the Pokemon Nene, I see, coming up. We're going to do a little preview show of that the Friday before, so you can check that out live on twitch.tv/Pokemon.
Cool.
How about Bo?
You can find me on all social media and just the internet at Bo Bascoro. And we have some new music coming up, and that's all I know right now. What about Anna?
What about Nate?
What about Nate?
I actually got something finally.
I know.
Just announced going back out on tour for the first time since 2021. Going back
No
out.
way.
Yeah, dude.
First time hearing about it.
Yeah, right. The Phantom Burial Tour. We're hitting the West Coast with my buddy and phenomenal nerdcore rapper Cam Steady. It's going to be a really good time, and hopefully, if things go well with the tour, we'll be adding some more stuff perhaps next year. But this is our first time out in years, so we just want to test the waters with a shorter run to see how it goes. So tickets go on sale tomorrow, I believe, 10 a.m. Yeah, that should be right. NateWantsToBattle.com/tour.
I guess I'll go.
Woohoo!
That'd be cool if you
Yeah.
if you wanna.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Cool. All right.
Thank you so much, everyone. You can find me at Anna Prosser everywhere. I also wanted to let you know that it is Hot Dice Summer at cantripbrand.com. So we've dropped a few new items, including polyhedral spell crops.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Wait, whoa.
It's a good look.
And our strength stat design on a crop tank top as well. But something I'm extremely proud of is we have our new component pouch, which is a crossbody bag, but also specifically has a little belt loop, so you can wear it on your belt like a wizard at a con, which I've been doing,
Yeah.
and is very useful. Those are on pre-order, and they're shipping in early June. And who knows how long we will be able to manufacture things like this with the current economic state. So I suggest that you grab one now.
Woo! Quest
Yeah, we'll be back next week. We're thrilled that you were here. Please come again. And we will see you very soon.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye, guys.